So guys, it's time for another Bitcoin update. The market is pumping, everything is green. Now we need to prepare. So let's start on the weekly time frames where we are looking at this impulse to the upside. Right, clear 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the probabilities on the weekly time frame still remain to look for a bigger move to the downside after we finish this impulse to the upside. Alternatively, we would then have a 1, 2, 3, 4, and then a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in an extended wave 5. If you ask me personally, I think that is the more likely outcome. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in an extended wave 5, simply because this would mean that we would be right on track on time. Because normally the Bitcoin cycles always end in the end of the post halving year. And we are right now at the beginning of the post halving year, and already on the way to make new all-time highs. So there is no reason to think that the bull market is over, in my opinion. So I think we will see more upside. But based on LJ probabilities, right now the highest probability move is to finish this impulse to the upside and then look for a bigger drop. So if we then go down all the way to the 4-hour chart, and the moment we broke out of this huge range where Trump got elected and everything was pumping. So let's start look at that. The main scenario now is simply this scenario. I have erased the other scenario because it is not relevant anymore, in my opinion. This count we are looking at least another high. We also could have a triple 1-2, but it's always good to stay conservative, so I will leave it at 2 1-2s, looking for a 3, 4, and now a wave 5 to the upside to finish the impulse. In this case, your corrective structure has ended at this low, just like on the latest Bitcoin update. In the latest Bitcoin update, I told you that this could be the low and we go up. This is exactly what happened. And right now, we are looking to enter this wave 5 target box, which is all around from 111k to 122k. If you're interested, yesterday I posted on Discord right here about my latest it's here Bitcoin trade. I took it right here on the for order block. I informed you, so I will always try to be as transparent as possible with you. So this is how the trade looks right now, moving in the right direction, and I'm looking to scale this up once we see a bit of a drop to the downside. So just if it interests you. And then we are left with this structure. We have already counted all of this. We know the probabilities are higher to take out all-time highs and to move to the target box. But the question we are asking right now, do we do this? Or do we first see a bit of a drop and then come all the way down, up? Of course, invalidation of this whole setup would be to take out this low, which is very unlikely. But it's possible and we need to consider it. So if we then go on to the 1-hour chart, I have some folders prepared for you. And now you will think maybe why do I have so many folders, and how like it doesn't make sense to have so many scenarios, because one, you have to trade, but you will understand it at the end of the video. So I want to start first with the bearish count, which would be an ABC to the upside, because yeah, it's bearish because this is a corrective structure, but even this ABC could lead to a diagonal, which is ultimately not bearish then, right? This could be an ABC in a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, leading diagonal or ending diagonal. It could be. But right now, the probabilities for this scenario are yet low, simply because your wave C target box is up here and we are still sitting at 102k. There's no reason to think that we are going lower right now unless we really move up. Then we could consider this scenario. But of course, the minimum target was already hit. The minimum target requirement for an ABC zigzag is to take out the high of wave A, which we took out. But the moment this scenario really becomes scenario I am considering it is when we enter the target box. Else it doesn't make sense. We didn't even hit a one-to-one extension, which is not even a high probability target. Yeah, so it's just something as an alt wave analyst, we need the bearish scenario, and this is the bearish scenario. So if we then go on to my highest probability scenario, we have this double 1-2, right? I have to say this double 1-2 definitely has its problems and doesn't look that nice simply because of the low retracements. If you look at this wave 2 retracement here, it didn't even hit the 382, which is a, yeah, not common target. But we often tend to see in bull markets, if you look back into the past bull market, that altcoins and bitcoins in a raging bull don't retrace deep. They don't retrace, they don't give you this 50 to 618s anymore. That's what we tend to see often. Just like here, up, yeah, bit of retracement up, bit retracement up. So in this scenario, we are looking at this double 1-2, where we are now looking to finish another 1-2, looking for a bit of a retracement, and then the big 3 to the upside. So in this scenario, you would have to count this as a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the upside, possibly in a diagonal. It doesn't have to be a diagonal. We don't have an overlap between wave 1 and 4, right? We barely made it without overlap. So you could count it as a 1 and then some kind of a flat or WXY into, but it doesn't really matter. The things you have to be aware of, which is very important, is this one-to-one extension. So I put up the one-to-one extension from the low of your wave 2 to the high of your wave 3, pull it all the way to wave 4, and the moment we had this one-to-one extension, it means that we will have to look for multiple double 1-2s. So we have here then a 1-2, this could be another 1-2, and this could be another 1-2, launching for a 3, 4, 5, 4, 5. But this only becomes relevant once we hit this level. Because in an impulse, wave 3 never, never stands as the shortest wave, which will then happen if we hit this one-to-one extension. But this is an important level. As long as we don't touch it, we are simply looking for finish this impulse, look for a retracement, and then go up. That's the probabilities for this scenario. Now, if we then look at the other scenarios I have also this on the chart. So yeah, we don't need this anymore. I already talked about it. So in this scenario, we have already a finished impulse, which could be a bearish scenario, but ultimately is a bullish scenario because we're looking for a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which launches up us to way higher prices. So in this case, you're looking at a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 to end. Now, a problem with this scenario simply is your wave 2 against your wave 4. Look at this wave 2 being only one hour candle, or maybe 1.5. And then look at this wave 4, not great probabilities, but it is a bearish scenario we need to consider. So I will have it in a chart, but this scenario holds much higher probabilities. Of course, what I forgot here, hitting this dotted line is the invalidation for this scenario. So another scenario is this double 1-2. It's almost the same. Like the other 1-2 was simply having this as a 1-2, 1-2, and here you would then have a 1-2, 1-2, and possibly another 1-2. So it could be a triple 1-2. But again, if we have this triple 1-2s here and down to a 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, then this would simply be a 1-2, 1-2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, right? So we don't need to see this 1-2 if we hit the one-to-one extension. So the one-to-one extension is important, guys. The one-to-one extension is important. So these were pretty much the scenarios. And now you always want to think, okay, what is this all for? So let's go over it. On the first scenario, which has low probabilities, we are looking for an impulse. In an impulse, you need to see a retracement, a push up, and the Nasdaq, right? For a 5-wave move. We don't yet have the retracement unless we have this 1112, but that's not relevant in the moment as we have not hit the 1-to-1 extension. So in this scenario, you would then eventually look for a bit of a retracement, right? If you then look at the scenario at the 112, again, we are looking at a retracement. If we then look at this scenario, we are looking even at a bigger retracement. If we then look at this scenario, again, two possibilities, 1112, not relevant at the moment, or a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, looking at a retracement. So if you follow the pattern, you will see that in each scenario, we are looking for a retracement to the downside. And this really will be the retracement you need to prepare for. Because this could happen in a flush and you don't want to sleep in the time, so please set limit orders. Yeah. So another confluence I have with this retracement scenario is simply if you look at volume, right? Volume tells you basically everything. If we are looking at volume, what we are seeing right now is decrease of volume while making higher highs. Of course, this could continue a little bit more, but eventually we will see the retracement because this simply says we have no volume backing up these higher highs, so we need to come down. It's the same thing that we saw right over here. So we made higher highs. Why the volume has dropped, right? Higher highs, volume dropped. We need a retracement. We saw the retracement. Volume was low, and we had now really good upside in the volume bar, which we have seen. Since then, volume has been decreasing. The highs were always taken out, and we have seen higher highs after higher highs. So right now we are also seeing exhaustion on the volume, which means we are looking at a retracement sooner or later. It doesn't mean we have to see it now, but we could drag it up a little bit more, then see the retracement and then go up. So this retracement, right, will be important because this retracement will determine whether we are going way lower in a 1, 2, or if we're going higher in simply a smaller 1, 2. But nonetheless, I am going long on this retracement. I'm already telling you that now. I know it might be hard for you to understand, or you don't really know how to take a trade or how to analyze charts, or if you don't want to stick with Bitcoin or want to be with altcoins, you can follow me on the Discord. We discuss here every day about multiple altcoins, how entries and everything, etc., etc. Trade ideas, XRP trade would be good, right? I'm looking at an XPC and Solana entry right now. If you want to stay updated, come into Discord. There you will have everything for free. I'm fully transparent with you guys. And with that in regard, remember probabilities, we are looking eventually for a move to the downside. Don't trade to move to the downside because we could always trigger higher, but go long and then move to the down. Of course, nothing is financial advice, as I think. As always, nothing is financial advice. Do your own research. You all heard it from other tutors again. Yeah, but yeah, bye bye.